Greetings, Southern Cameroonians. Sorry, I'm about 5 minutes late or 7 minutes late. I wanted Female General to finish a show before I come live. 1 minute. I wanted Female General to finish her show before I come live. Please just go on and share. Let me do something quick as you share. And also, since we happenings they don't happen, Prince J CARR never be live and people don't mix all kind talk. So just go on share, make we talk. I don't tell people say I don't get time for ride because I know the thief revolution money for sponsor myself for anything. I don't get time for any time when you see me people that they say, oh, why you know right, why you know correct this, correct that. I hustle my money to make my life. I don't steal from Ambazonians. Sometimes, even though you look the way people that they treat each other for the restoration movement, you do regret sometimes why you not take opportunity for thief. Yeah. You do regret sometimes why you not take opportunity for just take your own for la republic. But I never wish for chop money where it go bring curse to me. Share, and build the audience. May I get water? Yeah. How is everybody doing? Watching from Denmark. Hi, greetings everyone. Share. It might show today go do like Merciful Truth show. Yeah, I don't tell people then say, you who has a pure heart fears no evil. You see, you cannot destroy someone where you don't partake for build a house. If the IG is what it is today, it's out of us. It's we activists. And no man know the build house we want destroy them. I don't tell most of them in the interim government. I told them my heart is pure. You see, nobody for this revolution never give me a dime. And since I was born, this is one of my first time where I don't be determined on a cause. Since I was born. The way I be determined for succeed in life, now the same way where I be determined for get victory in this revolution. Yeah. Ask anybody who know me the way I be determined for make come in life when I be lost my papa. I be don't tell them say, even though the attitudes of some people, they make man way you fish it down for some place, you regret. Say if I be know for just take money, I just leave this thing. But thank God I be don't make a strong vow. I be don't talk say, I go work my bambe for my life, and I go manage my life as the way I did till the day where this war go finish. So I did here today and I go to put an out a merciful truth. You know one thing where partners say, we complain about La Republic, but we ourselves do mostly the same things the way La Republic they do. Yeah. We do most things. We fight a liberation war against Biya, but you don't do things different from the dictator himself. How do you want freedom? How do you want freedom when you don't do things different from a dictator? You come online on Facebook, you go to your shows, you go to TV stations, you talk against a dictator. Now, if should in case tomorrow you are convoked or as you guys are going to be interviewed by Nigerian journalists and whoever, they like all these, they can pick up a question tomorrow and ask you, oh, Mr. Cabinet or Mr. This, you say Biya is a dictator, you say Biya is this, you say Biya is that, you say you want freedom because of this. But what happened that you cannot handle this and that? What will be your response? The great Mandela once said, if you want to fight for freedom, you must first of all start by learning to fix your own bed. If you don't know how to fix your own bed, you cannot fight for freedom. Because freedom has to partake even with everything you do in life. The parable of freedom, the parable of restoration movement, the parable of liberation has to deal with everything that has to deal with your normal day life. That's one thing you guys don't know. I've told you all, education, wisdom is not about studying. Wisdom is about being able to understand the mystery of life, the mystery of what will liberate you, of what will bring happiness to you. You see, you all are fathers. It's like the more the world changes, the old people lose wisdom. The old people turn out to be the kids, and the kids turn out to be the old men. It's like the way of our ancestors have gone, has turned out, vice versa. When we used to hear the parable that even a tall man or a young man climbs on top an iroko tree, he cannot see more far than an old man sitting down. That African proverb has changed because the old men have lost the vision. It's like the ancestors have taken away their blessings, have taken away their hopes, have taken everything from the old that the old don't see anymore. It's like money has covered the mind of the old. Because if you have to ask yourself, what is a liberation cause? A liberation cause is like just like how Mandela said, if you cannot fix your bed, you cannot be a leader. It's the truth. You cannot liberate the people. You see, the one thing in life is we must accept truth to be free. Amazonians, the day you will learn that truth is not an insult is the day you accept your freedom. Please, let's share. Be the audience. I want a very huge audience today. I've heard all kinds of talks. Actually, to keep myself focused, I've moved out from all IG forums. I've exited myself. Dr. Yaya exited me from Bui County. Listen, I told her, and I said, I will come for her if she does that. She has been doing the CPDM style because they made her speaker or whatever at the IG. She has been going to do the CPDM style that anyone that talks against the president, they can't pull. I told her she did not know that what happened with the last secretary, State House Press Secretary, Nicholas Gu Santos. Prince J CARR, was the one who destroyed his dirty attitudes. Nicholas Gu Santos acted like Dr. Yaya. Dr. Yaya has gone on an embarkment of ejecting all activists out of our IG group. Before they could do that, she ejected me out of Bui County World Draft Zone, a World Draft Forum, which they invited me there to help mobilize for their draft. She ejected me, and I told her, I said, when you do this CPDM style, if you dare do it, you will realize that me, Prince, I'm a very pure heart. I know the use money fight position. I give my all. At the Workman Bambe, can she don't still support the restoration movement? I told her, I said, if you do that, that means you turn the next Nicholas Gu Santos of this revolution. It was only Gu Santos, which when he refused to go under Kalesh Bongo, when they started removing people. Amazonians, greetings. Are you regretting you miss money? Under the boss? You think you can put Prince J under the boss? Oh God, ask La Republique. Ask Eric Tato. Ask Mark Barata. Let me read your comments and laugh. Ask nobody. I'm very pure. My ancestors in the grave are even with me. You think you can put me under the box? You can. Nobody in the revolution can put me under the box. You see the power of change we have? This is how Amazonia will be. God. I've seen all your conspiracy theories. I will bring it out today. I'll call all your names. Those women. If you want to be a woman, you want to rule like the woman who's ruling in America, go it in a clean way. Yeah. Please, let's build the audience. Let's be the audience. Amazonians, once again, you all are welcome. You know, people in this revolution think they can win with conspiracies. No, you don't win with conspiracy. I once said to the president, I said, since the beginning of this revolution, This is the worst time we have ever had in the history of the IG. Since we start fighting for the government, let President Sako and those in the interim government know this. Well, before I even first start, let me counteract some things. I heard most of you have changed the narrative that we want to take over the president. We want to remove the president. You know, you Ambazonians have always said the first problem in Ambazonia is Ambazonian themselves. You know, when you take just an action, me, I've taught everybody in my live show that we don't follow talks. You see, the last show President Sako had with Paddy, he came down and was talking. If you see any member of Watana Wata, they think now like an American. And I'm very proud of myself as an activist. I've made my people in such a way that even when I go wrong, I've made the youth of Southern Cameroon in such a way that even when I go wrong, they don't need to judge on me talking too much. They watch my actions. And that's what youths in Europe, America, diasporans, they do. A youth in Europe and America doesn't listen to so much speech. That's why you see on the 31st or on the New Year Eve, when presidents have to speak to their people or kings and queens, they don't make speeches very long in year. Highest is 10 minutes, 15 minutes. It's off. And in that 15 minutes, the people here don't want to look how the queen looks beautiful. They are coming to look what she's offering for that day, and they hold her for her words. But you see, you Ambazonians, like those who sit and want to do conspiracy, the same way we have trained our fellow youths inside Southern Cameroon is the same way they are reasoning now. Southern Cameroonians, just imagine, I've told you all, there is power in activism. And the first AK of this revolution is what I am doing. Is what I've been steadfast in. You see, Ambazonian people, they are more of that question type. And the shallow-minded people who are still covered with the beer mentality in the interim government have not understood that the people of Ambazonia have evolved. That's the one thing. Just like the way the beer cabal in Yaoundé is thinking, that's how some people in the interim government are still thinking. They're thinking that the mentality Biya left the people of Southern Cameroon with is the mentality they are still with now. Oh, you don't know the voice of the ancestor. The people have evolved. They have metamorphosed. It took a while. But we activists have taken the people out of the shell when they believe in mere literature talks, in mere vocal languages, like the one Ayabacho uses. Oh, you know, I have brought out my committee to work in the contender. We're creating pins from China to remove to ground zero, locating your county by block with a contender perspective. The youth of Southern Cameroon have graduated from that. And the interim government doesn't still understand. That's why I said Watana Wata movement is a movement that will take over the revolution by changing the minds of the youths to build strong institutions. So the interim government is still thinking like, oh, I can just go on and tell the people of Ambazonia what I need to tell them. No, you don't. If you don't move with action, you bury yourself. I have made a post. I'm not good in writing posts. I've told you all. Nobody pays my fees. Nobody helps me pay my rent. Nobody has ever asked me how I sleep. Even the president Sako, which people said he was giving me money. Nobody. But I've told you every day and night as I sleep on my bed, I walk on this revolution like a chessboard. That's why nobody has been able to give a bad record about me. Go and trace the history. Go and trace. You see, people struggling to talk to Prince J CARR is because I started the revolution clean and I'm going on clean. Nobody, they never born one person who go blackmail me. No, there is no one. Anywhere I go, I come out clean. Because before I joined this revolution, before I made life, I have lived a dirty life. Ask people who know me. Before I joined the revolution, I have lived a dirty life. And in the dirty life I lived, I did not make my people suffer. So when I came into this, for you to blackmail me, I've done everything good. Go and look, even the money, there's nobody to blackmail me. So tell the interim government, please, as you're joining, we are sharing. We are sharing. Please share. Today, my show is going to be like Merciful Truth. Tell the interim government the people have emancipated and they need more of action. Why you see the stakes at which the revolution is now, it's because they thought they could contain everything with words. No, that's the beer style. They thought they could contain everything. You don't contain a people who are fighting a revolutionary battle with mere words. You don't. You don't contain a people who are fighting a liberation war every day coming on Facebook or on TV telling them words. No. I, Prince, have told them, if any person come telling you about words, ask them what they have done. Let me tell you, you know why we are at this point today in this revolution, at this point where we are, which you're seeing some dirty things, is because we did not only fact check the organs we, the people, created, we let the people under the organs walk free. If the same way we checked beer, we checked those trying to infiltrate this group, if we had been checking this IG, we would have cracked this problem a long time ago. But you see, we did not. We just believe everything was okay. We just believe so. But from henceforth, we will not do that. We will not. I will dive into my talking points, but I just want the interim government to know. Greetings, my female general. Greetings. ABC 20 views, forget about that. Forget about the views don't matter. It's just a sign from the ancestors. It's not the views. Views don't matter. Views don't matter. It's the sign from the ancestors. And let me tell you, despite we have ABS TV, it doesn't still refuse that ABC is not the state TV. ABC is the still Amazonian state TV. But you know, when you refused to walk in the way of the spirit of the revolution, they take it off. Let me give you one example. You see CARR TV? There were in those days when we used to grow up. Let me just share this story with you while the audience is building. That time when we used to grow up, if you see someone appear for CARR TV just even one time, hey, you know say that man a star. Tomorrow that man pass a quarter, na so all man the looky. Na so all man the looky. Hey, he was in CARR TV yesterday. He was in CARR TV yesterday. By then people nobody even know self say the kind thing go ever come out Sunday. We'll go cash it on for Facebook to show. He was in CARR TV. CARR TV be the only popular TV. Be only the only popular TV. For 31st, oh, na so man do can gather for front. Papa they don't adjust antenna for CBR. But as time goes, things start happening. Things start changing. Things start changing because when modernization, when things have to grow, metamorphosis has to event. Evolution has to come in. So these days, at first, people want to talk about their funeral. They have to go to CARR TV. You will see line every Friday. They want to give their news. Oh, my person don't die. You have to pass through general manager. That time they make you just even director of CARR TV, boya. Oh, your pocket don't swell. Because any man we want to do news must come for your backside house. Hey, my brother don't die. I want to make you announce him. Oh, give me 20,000 for broadcast. You the beg na beg. You the beg na beg. Oh, I beg you. But today, radio station the flop everywhere for Southern Cameroon. Everywhere. If you try, who go give you? People even beg say, come and do it. We can help you on discount. That's what is called evolution. So as the revolution is going, let me tell you, once upon a time it was CARR TV. Today, there is no news station inside La Republic. I don't want to call Southern Cameroon because Southern Cameroon we have different our own stations. Even they are on satellite. Today, evolution has made it that even in La Republic, CARR TV is not the best. It's Equinox. It's Equinox that has stopped now. You see, even Issa Chiruma Bakari going to Equinox. So those who are bringing up the view of Secretary Chris, oh, that Secretary Chris did this and that. No! In Amazonia, communication is the first AK. That's why I told the interim government they need to start thinking. Maybe you don't know. Communication is our first AK in this war. Our first AK. And it was a great mistake It was a great mistake for the IG to ever play. I said it here. We started fighting this war with no guns, but with communication. And this is what baffled me about the interim government cabinet. Please share the video. Let others join. This is what baffles me about the interim government, because they are not proactive. When I talk now, they will make audio tomorrow, say Prince J CARR, they do this, they do that. No, I did not support a government for me to become and hearing speeches. If I want to hear speeches, I can go and watch Barack Obama's past speeches. I did not make a government for people to be coming online to, instead of taking actions, they're giving me excuse. I wasn't the country I am. My thinking is not that way. Ask people who know me. My thinking is not the thinking of coming to give me excuse that this person said this person said that. What are you doing? What are you doing? What you in particular that I gave my trust to, what are you doing? That's how my thought is. That's why when I joined this revolution, I was in all groups. But based on my thought, I left all the group and I bullshitted all groups. I said, hey, it's over. Because I don't like talking. I don't like person where they can't talk. If you see me, I get angry, it's because somebody is not doing the positive thing that has to push it forward. If you see me, Prince, I get angry. And before I get angry to come up in public and say things, no, I must have said it behind. That's why you see, even people in the interim government, all those who are ejecting people out of the forum, they will regret tomorrow. I want to start seeing members of the interim government start using their own Facebook to come live now. They say activism is easy. Tell all them, Dr. Yaya, who is taking people out of Facebook, tell her she has to come fight the battle now. You know, they don't know how to fight battle. They know to go and wait in Zoom meeting when you do the fighting. They come there and come and put their coats and come and sit, oh, I'm the director of this, I'm the that, put names in Zoom meeting. Tell all of them in that they should come out, they should create Facebook. They should come out, let the people of Amazonia know them. Normally, it was supposed to be so. Normally, it was supposed to be so. Every department under the interim government had to have a Facebook page. But they're only making noise behind on Zoom meeting, limiting people's voice. Look, I've said it. If you are activist and you want things to work for good for the revolution, we have to start fact-checking every organ. Ask how many organs inside that department has Facebook page. Which without ABC, they can post things and direct diplomats to go to their page. Ask. We just make the revolution feel like because we don't pay people, people just do things. Is this the way we build the government? Normally, every department under the interim government had to have a Facebook page posting daily information for Amazonia, and Amazonia on ground zero. If he wants to know the health conditions of our refugees, he goes to the health department page. And Amazonia on ground zero, if he wants to know his situations in regards to the defense, he goes to the defense page. And Amazonia on ground zero, if he wants to know anything in any organ, he will just go on Facebook, go and type Amazonia Ethics Committee. Pap, you go under, you see informations. Amazonia Restoration Council. Pap, you go under, you see information. But because the same way our forefathers behave towards beer, that's the same thing you guys are copying. But every day we come on Facebook, you know, it's like saying one thing and doing the other thing. When Prince J CARR talk, when your ancestor talk, the voice of your ancestor, you go hear audio, go start coming for back. You know, it's not about good talking. No. It's about doing what is right. We are not here comparing on how to make audios. No. That's why I said it. I said, may God help our president. Because he knew that what made him a president is this. He did not do nothing. Let's be real. I hate when things are being done and we cannot accept. You must accept the truth if you want freedom. Hate me or like me, but tomorrow you remember this video. Tell them to go. I've not insulted nobody, eh? I've heard so many insults about me, but I've told them, as we grow up every day, we learn about each other. And that's how we learn tomorrow to live in Amazonia or Southern Cameroon. In this revolution, I've learned a lot from you all. Most of them, I don't coach my mama, coach my papa, but go to all my videos. I've never insulted nobody. That's why I tell you, there'll be a day you insult me, you will die. You will just fall and die. I never ever coached your mama. I've never coached your father. I've not insulted your brother. Nobody. The only thing I stood is against your interest. But I've heard kinds of insult. You bastard, you this, you that. Look, when I'm pure in what I do and you insult me, you take cases. You take cases because I'm doing everything with my pure heart. No, I not pay my house, I not pay nothing. When I come here, I say what my ancestors have put in my mind to tell you. You go for back. You go for back, you go start curse my mama. Curse my mama, say I don't curse you. They curse my family. Have I insulted you? No. I just told you the truth. Why do you take the truth to be insult? Why? Huh? Greetings, everyone. You're welcome. Why you take everything to be insult? Why? If I don't love you, I will not correct today. I just get complaint from my other activists and say they don't go for forum, they don't go move, eject all activists for forum. How different are you from Bia? How different are you from Bia when they don't insult you? No activists, if some activists we don't catch some person for this revolution, I don't come here to become. They have not insulted nobody. The activists have not insulted nobody. All they have done is questioning. Questioning the same thing we fight against dictator Paul Biya. You see Yaya, a press secretary who has to be a secretary that unites people, a doctor for that matter. Hey! Wonderful kapalava, yeah, woman. I looked at the woman like this. A doctor for that matter. Then she is made the press secretary. Instead of her struggling to hold meetings with the activists, even without the president knowing, to see how she can organize and how to understand the activists, as the state press secretary, she is the one firing activists away, ejecting them again away. She's the one firing activists away. She's the one. She's the one. How? A state secretary, if they have to be a place where we have to validate people, that's why I say some of these appointments are not good. Because state secretary, activists on the media have to validate a state secretary. It doesn't have to be the president appointing her. But if it has to be that we activists has to validate somebody, is such a character worth it? At this point in time, which you as a press secretary, you know very well that the communication in this revolution is the first AK-47. You see what is going on because of lack of proaction. I've already blocked that one. I block here, I don't read. You have seen that the government has not been proactive. You as a state press secretary, to use your own common knowledge to go behind, talk with the activists, try to even bring a Zoom meeting, try to say, oh, I will try to propose this. Try to work your own way out. No, but your system not different from Bia. What you saw best as a press secretary and a doctor for that matter was to go into WhatsApp, activate ejection, because the activists did not hear you as King Bia. Then what are we fighting? What are we fighting? Are we fighting for liberation or we are fighting for individuals? That's the two questions I want to start asking before I come into the real matter. What are we fighting? Are we fighting for the liberation of Southern Cameroon or we are fighting for individuals? That is the point which I want to know, because if it's for individual, I'm not in. Yes, I want everyone, we need to be proactive. Maybe we have forgotten the cause of what we are fighting for. And we need to ask ourselves the questions again. You see, why I've stood against Ayabacho and the AGC group and ADF is because they are individual fighters. They fight for the interest of individuals. We fought for a government to be created. We stood against Barrister Bobala when leaving jail and even right up to today. We stood against Seseku ruling from jail because we are not fighting an individual liberation war. Now, when we come to a point where we are, and people start asking questions because of lack of action, and you start making it like it is an individual perspective, Now, are we fighting for Amazonia or we are fighting to win? You see, I said this, and I want every member of the interim government to listen. All of them in that interim government, if they love Amazonia, including the Restoration Council chairman, let them go and take a course. They should go and take a course on problem resolution, solving problem. All of them, they have 0/10 in solving problem. I'm telling you. See, there are more their chairmen in the LGA who have a very wide knowledge on solving problem than many people in the interim government cabinet. I have been to problem solving with many chair people, even the Secretary of Home Affairs. He has so much knowledge. Dr. Anderson, I don't know how it is now, but Dr. Anderson has so much knowledge. I can give him 50, even though I've not been in all problem solving, but I've attended 2 with him. He has more knowledge in solving problems. I give you one case, which that case would have run this revolution, would have turned out just like Momo. Dr. Anderson had to go solve the case of Mendy with the war draft and Menchum against the Metro County with Pastor Commando. Dr. Anderson sent me an invitation as an activist to this thing. Pastor Commando sent me his own informations. I went behind and I did my own analysis, and the day of the meeting came. We solved that meeting like we went in there. Everybody poured out their wisdom. I gave my own point of view, and at the end of the day, we came out with good decisions that you see Menchum County is up again today. You see, they did not kick nobody out. When even those people trying to create different forum, Dr. Anderson came up with a unifying process, made everybody in one, put everybody in one forum, and asked for a proper this thing to be done. But if they had to be go kicking people out, if they had to be doing conspiracies, if they had to be ejecting people from counties, I heard even the president say that. Take the activists out. Take them out. I laughed because you can never bite yourself by yourself. You will feel the same pain. You can never bite yourself by your own self. You will feel the same pain. Don't forget so soon, my trip to Boya just passed, you needed the activist. Don't forget so soon, what made the war draft successful, you needed the activist. Don't forget so soon that you are where you are today in everything you do because of the activist. When a son questions the father, it doesn't mean that son hates the father. It's just trying to see how tough the father can be in proving that that's my father. Let me tell you. Let me tell you this. When a child questions the father, it's not that that child is above the father, but it's that that child wants to see for the father to prove that he is the father. Remember all when we were growing up as kids. Every child knew that the father was the most powerful person. Even if the father was a vegetable. Even if the father was a weakling, but every child knew that the father is the most strongest person on earth. If you ask my child, say, my dad is so powerful. Even the dad was a cripple, my dad is so powerful. Because they go home back and ask questions to the father, and the father will respond, if anybody touch you, I will come for you. Now we come to a revolution. We make you a president. We make you members of cabinet. The revolution is lacking action, which is that action we want to see you active. We ask you questions, and the next thing you do is to order for ejection because you could not handle the questions. If you cannot handle a question or you cannot handle a situation, call for a general Zoom meeting to solve problems. If I was the president in this issue of secretaries, I will call for a Zoom meeting like a war draft. I put my Irene in one side, I put secretaries in one side, and I ask Amazonians to listen. This side will narrate the story. There will be moderators. This side will, in a situation where you are confused on what decision to do, when you are in a democratic land, we are fighting a revolution. It's just like in the days of Solomon. When Irene speaks her own, secretaries speak, then you ask the people to give general opinions. From the voice of the people, you will hear the voice of the ancestor inside the voice of the people. But you know, that's why I said he really needs to wake up. From the voice of the people, you will hear the voice of an ancestor that will ring into your head that take it. But you see, in this revolution, they just believe the same way as Biya. If me, I did not want to say it, but if me, I was President Sako, I have two best friends. It's like the same thing that is happening between Ma Irene and President and Secretary Chris is a story between Solomon and the stolen child. That's why I told President Sako that he should be very careful. If not, the mantle has left him. Because money can make a man not to think. Yeah. I said it before. And he's the president. I love him, but at a certain point which you need to do things, you need to think. If the same issue between Solomon and the child and the stolen child is the same issue between Secretary Chris. Let me go, their pastors there, Pastor Commando, Pastor Victor. I see them binding on ABC TV. But this is where they should have used a call on God to give them wisdom to solve internal problems, not go praying on the TV. Because the problem we have here is the one which the enemy can use to destroy the house. Now, if you put them two, Solomon, let's talk about the story of Solomon. They brought the stolen child to the king, Solomon. The two women, all of them seems to be the one owning the baby. Solomon was confused. Solomon put them to the public and asked inside his palace. Everybody was sitting. He said, what would you like for this child to be done? Gave a small parable. Should I divide the child and give you half and the other one half? The other one said, yes, divide the child. The other one said, no, give the full child to that woman. He just immediately knew that was the owner of the child. The president should have called for a global meeting with all Amazonians because he maybe he likes Secretary Chris. He cannot fire Secretary Chris. And as well, he likes Iringwa. He cannot fire Iringwa. The both of them are working good. But one of them is causing so much problem within his leadership. Now he is confused on what to do. What should have he done? He should have gone, assemble, make it like a draft, invite the whole Amazonians, say, my people, I am tired. Come to this Zoom meeting. Calling on your people doesn't make you a weak president. Asking your people to come and help you with wisdom in no place. Go even to the chiefs back home. When the chief doesn't know what to do or they catch a thief, they take him to the chief palace. What do the chief do? The chief says, summon the village. Summon the village. Summon the village. When they call the village, they say they don't catch this man with this man thief. Wait till one of our village go like me we do with this man. You hear this man go say me the burn him. May they do this. Wait till be crime. Everybody. And at the end day, from the people, the ancestor will speak to the chief. And the chief will say, may they do so. May they do. That chief is not stupid. That chief could have entered his room and said, let me take my power. I am the chief. Whatever I decide, let me take my power. No. The chief is not too dull to ask them, summon the village. Anytime. You think he's dull? You think it makes him weak as a chief? No. It's because amongst the people in the village, the voice of the ancestors come out from it. Amongst those in the people in the village, the ancestors' voice will speak from it. But you see, because most of you leading this Amazonian revolution, you have not emancipated yourself from the ways of dictator Biya. You have seen yourself to become so great, so tyrannic, so powerful, that anybody you want to talk, you feel you can crush. And that's how many of you will lose the gift of leadership. Many of you. That's how Ayaba lost it, eh? That's how Ayaba lost it. That's how Akwanga lost it. If Seseku was humble in jail, the mantle would have still been on him because he was a little bit humble. Most of them lost it because they don't know that leadership is going back to the people. That's why you see the greatest politicians on earth always said power to the people, by the people, and for the people. They did not make it. Anybody in the world, any leader that works with that principle, always comes out on the top. Martin Luther King always worked with the people. Even before dying, told the people, I have seen the promised land. He did not say that I have seen myself. No, he said, I have seen the promised land. That is why Obama can be president today. Every leader you see in life works with the people. Because wherever you are short of wisdom, the people can never lack wisdom to guide you. No, they never. And going to the people, many leaders abandon they have people who help them. They have cabinets. They have everybody. But there's a time which a leader needs to do an action and he abandons all those people he appointed. There's a time which a leader, you find yourself in a situation and you lose thinking, you cannot understand. You just say, no, let me be myself. You abandon everything because you're caught up in the world. We are in a war. We are in a liberation. Everything doesn't need to go smooth. That's why I ask some people in that cabinet, I ask them, where is your power to convince one another? You were supposed to be people who make out the revolution able. We should be seeing other people who don't buy the idea of a government bowing to this revolution. But because we don't give people in the revolution tax, everybody has become a King Kong. That you see people ejecting people out of forum because you don't speak their language. You see people ejecting people out of forum. Where is your power to convince people? Where is your power to make people believe in the vision that we need a government for liberation? Where? All of you have to change. Continue the conspiracy. I'm doing my own job. And I've told you all, you can never destroy me. Because he who guides me, ask those who have come both in the spirit to try. Ask them what they saw before they went back. I told you I was prepared for this. And I will never blackmail any person. Before I ask the mandate of the president, or before I propose field marshal, it's because it took 2 months for the president to solve a problem. And when a leader takes too long to react, either he's compromised, I'm telling you, not because of anything, either he's compromised or the mantle of leadership is off him. I will not hide it. This is war. It took 2 months. And people saw when I proposed field marshal, Uchemba the conspirator, the very big conspirator Uchemba Nelson, went behind and made an audio. He said, oh, they're using Setikris issue to take out President Sako. I laughed. I said, for how many years do you know who has covered President Sako? Do you know who has stood behind President Sako? I'm an active person. And if you're a president, you don't give me action, that means my ancestors don't cover you anymore. Because there is no president in this world that lack wisdom to solve any problem. Even if they lack it, they go to their people, like I just told you. If President Sako would have summoned a Zoom meeting for all Ambazonians in regards to this case of Setikris and Ma Irene, you would have had a judgment from there. And even if he gave a negative or positive judgment, the people of Ambazonia, just for that honor, would have supported him. But because he felt that he could come on ABC with Paddy and speak anything like how Bia does, and Ambazonians will believe, he did not know that we activists, especially those of Watanawata, we have trained the people of Ambazonia to think action-wise. And this is what will lead to the development of Ambazonia, what I'm telling you. Once all of us start taking action-wise, don't stop taking these words of grammar and literature. It does not change a land. That's what Bia took to keep you all in slavery. Once you start hearing that a leader say, I will build a road, and if he doesn't build that road, you kick him out. That's how development comes. I'm telling you. Even if I'm not tomorrow, remember what I'm telling you now. Once you start kicking out a leader based on his word, give him highest one chance. That's where development comes. Development doesn't come by saying, I will do you this, I will do you that, and then you are believing. You are a fool. You are a fool. Development comes when a leader says, I will build a bridge, and he does it, and the other one doesn't. That's the best leader. So greetings, Southern Cameroon. I hope you all are doing good. I thank my ancestors to see all of you. I just had to say that so it guides us. I'm not the most intelligent, but sometimes the wisdom of my ancestors come upon me to speak. I've told you all, I don't have the time to write. If you see me when I write, you might not like my writings, because sometimes I demand bambe at the work. But when it comes to talking, I was blessed with that gift. Now, let's go to number 2. So number one, President Sako, he should tell the state secretary that she's more acting destructive now towards the revolution. All those people she has ejected, she should put it back quick and start being a unifying factor, not a destroying one. Tell Yaya, she's a doctor. I don't know where she got the title doctor from, because doctors are solution givers. Doctors are not destructive people. Tell her to go and amend what she has done. And she should correct herself next time. Doctors are people who give solution. I was thinking when they made her state press state secretary, Dr. Yaya, I was thinking that she will bring the wisdom of the doctor into the place of giving solutions to every matter. I did not know she was going to bring the CPDM style, which I just told her. By going, the best thing is to kick people out of forum, kick people out of forum. You are destroying. By the end of the day, who will you be a state press secretary to? Now, if they want to call you to come and give meetings to activists or to come and talk, who will you go and talk with? You have ejected all the activists away. So, number one, the president should tell his members of cabinet to be solution-orientated, not destructive-orientated. The president should tell that. That's number one. All the members of the government should be solution-orientated. When they appoint you in a position in a government, it's not that you are destructive. It's that you should be able to handle issues which cannot be handled by any normal person outside. When they appoint you as a member of the government, you should be able to give solutions to things that people outside cannot. Not to go in and be destructive. That means you do the same job of Atanganji. You do the same job of Ngole. You do the same job of all those out there. They should get that into their brains. Then number two, the case of Secretary Chris, the president still has the power, because despite we activists question his mandate, yes, we did. We did. And it's not a new thing. It's not a new thing to question the mandate of the president when a problem is not solved. You never hear Pikin will ask Papa, say, you born me because of, say, Papa no fit pay school fees? Huh? You never ever hear Pikin where he question, say, he ask him, say, na the man born me because of, say, that Papa he no fit pay school fees. He come for that Papa, say, Papa, you just na you so born me. I don't get that. Another guy picking that they can't like Papa parts there. That guy picking that they like Papa parts when they can't make them for life. That people they always question. That's why you see, I used to ask some of these people they come with revolution, saying how did they manage their own house? Or I say, when I don't use it, because the same way you run your house, it's the same just like a revolution. It's the same way. If you cannot accept questions from activists who stand under this interim government, not be so be Mark Barata. Not be so be those the way they out there with the struggle for promote some government. We they under your government. We see you as our president. If you cannot answer our questions as activists, then we question you hard because we want action from you. We see a negative foot. Look at most of that interim government when I don't feel. I'm saying it. The worst in the history of this revolution is the present state of this our government. I've never ever seen people where they don't take actions like the way people for this inside this government take. I'm telling you. I've been dealing with most of them, but I never knew that a day will come when they need to use their own common sense and the common sense fail. It go to zero. I never ever think it go reach so. What question do we ask? If anybody could have ever seen, if anybody could have, you'd have just said, "Chai, the activists want action." If the activists are questioning the mandate of the president, is action. Any wise person, because they support the government, they support the war draft. They have not said they are not for the interim government. They support everything from us. That's why I said, if you all don't have chase board, that means we go na zero. Because any politician, any leader, go sit down for a chase board, say, but what am I watching? You must have a time to think. You must have what am I thinking? If the activists are questioning me until they are saying about my mandate, It's because they need an action. They have never questioned me before. Have we ever questioned the president's mandate before? Have we? Was it not still us after my trip to Boya that we still put fire? We said, no, the president has to lead because everything showing there shows that he did not misuse my trip to Boya before we saw power. Is it not us? But what happened that when we question his mandate, people went behind, start fabricating stories to blackmail the same activists that motivated people to give to the IG when nobody wanted to give. Why did we lost it? Why? It's because we have created power mongers. We have created people who see only themselves and don't see the future of the people. We have created people who only look at their position, that when we came to Boya, I go be so, ma put my person so. We have created those kind of monsters. We have people who don't instead look about the nation. People who look at, oh, me, my brother, she done for you, me, my sister, she done for the place. That's the people we have put in. And do you know why? It's because we have never had time to fact check this government. I used to tell our activists that the way we are concentrated on people outside and forgetting about the government and those working in it is a very bad thing, because they don't want to come back to question it. We see that people under are so big, they are more of monsters. Yes, they will call you, they will tell you good, but they are more of monsters. I block here. I block, if you don't know, I block. I don't just block whether I'm golden, some. I block here very, very well. If you are here and you want to enjoy our live show, be very constructive. I don't tell you, say me, I'm not there for 1,000 views. I the block. I like faithfuls. That's why you see from day one where I don't do for this revolution, my voice has always had my voice has always had power, because I empower powerful people here. I don't want fake people. Yeah. So that's where they failed. Now, why did Secretary Chris TV come up? Why? And if you were you, what will you do? What will you do? You know, I once said on my live show, I said the way we treat patriots who have not been compromised under this IG is such a shame. The president doesn't caution any of his subordinates, let me say any of his government worker that talks poorly to the order inside. They don't have no disciplinary measures. And this has made it that people just wake up and just fabricate things and destroy another. Let me tell you, I will not blame Secretary Chris. I will not. I will not. Do you know what it means to fight for something? Build something. No evidence of you being compromised. They use that same thing to humiliate you. Do you know? Do you know the pain it feels? Then you just say, let me go and create my own. He did anything any gentleman would do. Do you know why sometimes when I sit and I talk about Watana Wata movement, is because I find it the only way I can interact with our youths. Do you know what it means? The communication of this revolution was zero. Even under President Siseko, nobody ever boasted, even Milton Taka never boasted the communication the way we had. When the revolution started, we had two communicators who were powerful. You had Tapang Ivo and you had Mark Barata. When these two fell up because of their pride on top of the high horse, we did not have no one again that could boast it. And this gave La Republique so much happiness when they saw the fall of Mark Barata and Tapang. And I told them, and I'll still say it, Mark and Tapang, they were supposed to be one great activist in this revolution. But because of their lack of being independent and thinking that they can repay people through this revolution, nobody can use this revolution to repay another. No try. Look, the spirits who are on top of this revolution, they are terrible. Most of you will sit there and think you can use this revolution to show some another person good or repay someone for the kindness they have done to you. Be very careful. Be very careful. Be very, very careful. Because when you do that, there's something that will come for you. You cannot use this revolution to pay someone for something the person has done to you. No. That's where they all lost it. So from there, we got only one voice, Secretary Chris. Secretary Chris struggled and built a platform out of nothing, served the president under that platform, called him the president in every case, every time, defended him in everywhere they went to, traveled with him in every place they had to go to. See, for what happened to Secretary Chris, I don't lie you, even myself, I'm very scared. Even though I'm supporting the interim government, that's why I say I just stand for the institutions. And I walked out of all IG forums. I will not hide you, I've walked out of all. I'm just in Watanawata, the county, the first Fako county. That's just where I'm in. I've walked out of all. Look, it's the worst thing a friend can do to a friend. It's the worst. I don't know, I said it last time that whether people were telling him that Secretary Chris is more popular than him and can become the president. But I've said it here. In every country, the secretary, the communications person is more popular than anybody in that country. Especially if you have someone that is doing it good. If you have someone that is not doing it good, then know that your communication is lacking. But if someone that is doing it good, the communication secretary is the most popular person. Go to America. Despite America knows their president, but the person they are most used to is the White House press secretary. She appears to them every day. There is no child in America that doesn't know the name of the White House, the state. They know that anything happens before you see the president come and talk, you must always see the White House press secretary. You must always see the communication department. So they are the most popular. But tell me that in a case like this, you have a brother that works with you in every place you go. Everywhere, secretary is behind you. You, the president, everywhere you go. Everywhere you go. Then you come in a position where you have to take decision. You humiliate the person like that, like a child. Not only in your meetings, you humiliate him on public. My brother, the president wrote me. When I said they should question the president mandate, he sent me a message. And I told him that the way he treated Secretary Chris, I myself, Prince J CARR, I'm scared. I told him, he will tell you, me, I don't hide my things. He took the post. Somebody sent him the post of which I question his mandate. And he sent it to me. I said, President, the way you treated Secretary Chris, even me, that's why I see no activists are moved while they walk. Even me, I told him, I am scared. Because being a patriot, even Seseku did not treat us activists like that. Even the Seseku that's in that jail never treat us. Seseku was traveling and dropped in our country only to appreciate Kuku Blinks for what she was doing as an activist. I say he stopped where we are only to appreciate Kuku Blinks for what she does. Then not to talk about your communications person. Not to talk. And that's not the first time you do it. That's why I said the president is losing it. Even with the IG cabinet, I don't know who advises him. Let me give you another case. I don't speak about one thing. I'm an activist. That before you see me, I come out to talk. I jot it down. I once told them in the meeting, I said the way the president humiliated the security team of FACO, the same way he humiliated the FACO county chair, the same way he humiliated the county chair of Momo. Because accepting to what Baristangana and those people did in Momo is humiliating Jackson. It's humiliating Jackson. You come to FACO, there's a chairman there. You don't pay him, just like you say, you don't pay your workers in your cabinet. You don't pay the chairman in any county. You go to the county. You don't consult the executive, nothing. The executive and everybody in that county, they put their hard-earned money. They put their time, they put their energy. Because they question one person from that. And they say they have brought in a Reverend Asong. You wake up on the 31st when they have prepared everything for CAF. And you said you had just spoken. And the chairman said you did not speak to him. And you banned the county. You humiliated the chairman. A man which is the same of your age, my brother, let's think it here. If the Africa wish they come one time, it's just that we are in Europe, people cannot say it. They just keep their anger. In Africa, which they follow you one time, you humiliated Mola Edwin in front of everybody. You humiliated the man. You humiliated Reverend Asong. Because you have a personal quarrel behind, you took it to the public. The same thing with Secretary Chris. I don't know who are those who are advising him. And Secretary Chris one is blowing up because maybe those of that interim government forgot. The first AK-47 of this revolution is communication. Maybe you all have lost it because we have been so much concerned now about action on the ground. Before one gun, one bullet could shoot on that ground, we have started shooting the bullets on Facebook. That's why the day this revolution want to go off is when we stop coming live on Facebook. When we stop doing live shows, despite how many guns they shoot on the ground, know that the revolution is going off. Mark this word I tell you. The day we activists, your communication people, don't have a zeal to come out on Facebook, on social media platform and talk about this revolution, know that the lights are going off. That's why you see I picked up this Secretary Chris own. Because we communicators, it has been very difficult for La Republic to take any one of us, be compromised or anything. But the day the interim government started failing to understand that communication in this revolution is more than even, because it's we, the activists, the communicators, that made the restoration fighters to start carrying guns. How did our name enter in the most wanted in La Republic? How did La Republic make us the wanted ones? How? How did La Republic? How did our names start appearing in the airports where we cannot come? How? Our names appeared in the airport before they could ever gun down any fighter. Our names were already there. Because of what? We motivated our youths to stand up. We motivated our people to respect lockdown, ghost town. We motivated our people to understand the price they have to pay for freedom. We did it. Sometimes they talk so self, I don't even know my life tomorrow. Then you sit in one page behind there, one small room, and you don't even give us that respect. You humiliate everybody. People are kicking people out of forums. People are making dirty audios out of everybody. You, the president, you don't say halt. But when you were there, people defended you. When you went to Nigeria and they could not allow you to enter meetings, they could not give you an ear, we spoke out that why they did not. But today you stand there and you watch the same thing happening. And then when people want to talk, you have people who have covered it, everything. You see, Southern Cameroonians, Secretary Chris has every right. Every right. If I had my own way, I will. He's a man. He feels that pain. If you're a woman for house, they respect you. Then you come for outside, another woman will humiliate you. When you know so you don't do wrong, then there is something. I hear somebody saying Ma Irene was questioning Secretary Chris about audit. Is Ma Irene in charge of the IOC? I've got an audio. Somebody said, listen. Why Ma Irene and Secretary Chris got problem? It was because Ma Irene was questioning Secretary Chris about audit. What is the role of Ma Irene? What is the role? This is the problem we have. What is the role of Ma Irene in the interim government? Is Ma Irene part of the audit committee? Who was she to ask? Did the audit committee suspect Secretary Chris of embezzlement? Ambazonians, where have we lost our reasoning not to reason? Why do we like dirty conspiracies and not find out something is fishy? Ma Irene is not part of the IOC. It's Ma Eli, Barrister John Fru, and the other man. Ma Irene is not part of the audit. Audit was, I remember the person was then Dr. Matuge. I don't know if he's still the one. That's definitely true. Has Ma Irene done her own audit that she has the right to ask Secretary Chris about her audit? There was a reason her and Tabenyang Brado had problem, which Brado told her to her face. that, hey, shut up, your work in this government is to look for funds, not to check how the funds are being used. And she got so pissed off. Because if she was being so inquisitive, you cannot work with people. If you know something is wrong, you are the resource mobilization, go to the audit committee. When they came to FACO, they said they want to audit Reverend Assom. I told them, I said, if you want to audit the county, it's good. But don't come and start because Reverend Assom was made a security chief last year. Start from Fombat. Start from Fombat. And they ran away. I said, start auditing from Fombat. Because we have the bookkeepings of FACO County from when Emma was the financial secretary. I said, start from Fombat. As I called Fombat, then they did not talk again. They went with a story outside that, oh, Prince J CARR said, people have said they should not audit Reverend Assom. But it was a fat lie. Because I know if they start from Fombat, they will know many things that have happened. We will know many things that have happened. Because Fombat was always saying, I've sent the money down, there's receipt. I've sent the money down, there's receipt. Just like how the fighters of Mbuya and others are saying they don't receive money. Just like how we started tracing it out to know that most people come and lie, but they have invested Ambazonian money in cryptocurrency. How did we know that? How did we know that people invested Ambazonia's money to cryptocurrency? But every day you're moving around looking for those. You want to go and audit Reverend Assom, go and audit this. What about you who have invested in cryptocurrency? Have we audited you? What about you who have audited? Let me see. Somebody say block somebody. I block who? I block. What about those who audited, who paid money or used cryptocurrency? Have we audited them? So we need to audit all the interim government cabinets. Because most of them, they are in cryptocurrency. If they want, I will call the names. I have all their names. I have all their names who invested in cryptocurrency with Ambazonian people money. None of them mortgaged their houses to join this war. None of them. So look, there are things which we should be very careful. We knew about you all doing that. We did not say it. Until we realized, we're just saying, oh, it's good if they invest. Maybe whenever an Ambazonia needs money, they will bring it. We did not care. But when we saw that the president could not take action in regards to Secretary Chris and Ma Irene case, then we understood that the investment in cryptocurrency had made most of you to become business partners and normal leaders of the revolution. So we had to come out. We had to come out. So when we come out here and talk, you guys are saying, oh, no, we are under the IG. When people ask questions, it's because things are not going right. You check yourself first as a leader. Don't check the people. For the past years, you have been leaders in the revolution. Have people asked you questions? That's the first thing you need to ask yourself as a leader. Why are they asking me questions now? Let me fact check myself where I'm going wrong. When people ask questions about you, that means there is something going wrong. You are not right. When did they start asking the question? I gave a topic here last time. I said, why you saw me, Prince, propose Field Marshal on the ground to be the next leader of this revolution? Which people, as I was proposing Field Marshal here, I told people, I said, go behind. In less than 1 day, you hear an audio from Field Marshal. I said it. The video is still on this page. After this, you can go under the page, go and watch it. It did not make 2 days. Field Marshal came out an audio. And I said, you see, the same politics of Ayaba and the others have got into the interim government. I said, the same politics have gotten. I said, I proposed Field Marshal because I proposed a fighter on the ground because in a war like this, you need a leader that has a very high skill in solving problems. Not about being so, he should have a very high knowledge in problem resolutions, solving problems. And that's why I said every leader in this revolution, all of you in the interim government cabinet, go and take a course in problem resolution, because every day there will be problem. If you don't take a course in the problem resolution, your leadership will always be destroyed. All of you who are in that interim government cabinet, because I see your highest way of solving a problem is eject people from forum, block people, do this. Your highest way. I ask myself why did you bring the people into the forum if that's your way of solving problems? Your highest way in this revolution, tell me when somebody talks about the IG no, your highest thing is block him. Who brought this man into this forum? Oh, I'm leaving the forum. Oh, take this man out. Is that your way of solving problems? Is that how you solve problems in your homes? Is that how you solve problems with your kids? Why can you not take the same thing you do in your homes and bring it to this revolution? Why? Why can you not use the same way you do things in your homes with your kids and do it in this revolution? Why? Why can you not bring the same practice? Why is it that you abandon every good part of you at your home, and when you come to this revolution, you bring another new character? Because the way some of you behave in this revolution, if that's the way you behave with your kids at home, one for don't take knife choke you. So one for don't boil hot water wash you. I'm telling you, the way some of you react in this revolution, if that's the way you act with your children at home, some person they don't finish with you. They don't finish with you. I propose field marshal because look, you all in the diaspora. Let me tell you things will help you solve problem. One, you get phone. Network no dey get problem. Two, you get airport. You get motorable route. Not they deserve you. Wait till the past President Sako for take plane. Even he and Seti Chris no dey for one state. For go fly me to Seti Chris. Say Bomo will talk the talk. You see why I said ground zero is more focused than us? That's why I proposed them. For ground zero, I be telling the last time for the show. Military there for bush. Black snake they outside. Road be dark, no street light. Oh Lord. But field marshal also, yeah, so other two general they get problem. The general no go sleep. He no go check whether La Republic don't sleep for bush. He no go check whether black snake they for road. He no go check whether they don't plant some person for killing. He go call his brother say, I dey calm. He go solve that problem. He other brother hold gun. He too hold gun. But none of them go shoot themselves. They go solve that problem finish. But you there for America. Seti Chris no get gun. La Republic military no there for bush. La Republic military no there for bush. Neither black snake there for bush. Or they don't plant some popcorn for some corner for take you. But take 2 months for solve problem. But in Sobu and no pity get problem. It take them just not even up to 1 week. Mama Bridget, blocking people from forum is very bad. On Facebook here, we can take people because me, if you see me a block person for here, oh shit. If you see me a block person for here, no say I don't already look at profile. As I talk for una, so I dey on top my Facebook page here. Martina wanna know una so I do. As I talk for una, so I dey on top my Facebook page. If I see some dirty name here, so papa, as I open them, if the year get 45 friends, no say don't go. That's why the block. As I talk for una, so this is war. You must be sharp. If I see any negative comment as I talk for you, so if you look live, if you look my eye, you see me for my screen. Look my glasses for here, you go see me for my laptop. This is war. I don't want people may distract una. As I talk for una, if I see any dirty comment there, pap, I then on top my laptop so for my back. I just go, I just block the person. One time. Because this one a war, you don't need people where they kind of distract you, like so they waste your energy. So if you look through my glasses, you go see my screen for my back. For best way to watch me, if you look through my glasses, you'll see my screen on my back. So Southern Cameroonians, that's why I say I propose field marshal. I propose field marshal because if you look the case of Commando and you hear the way they talk. The fighters on the ground, they never take no cost for problem solving. But why would they fight this war today? Now because they have a very high mastery in solving problem. If we are fighters them for the ground, they be like diaspora. The war for don't finish now. Therefore don't kill themselves all. That's why I see some of them, they talk say they want cut off diaspora. Just imagine, say, if some fighter for ground get for year the way President Sako deal with Seti Chris, tell me say go one pay allegiance for some interim government. Tell me say how you go start think. You go just say tomorrow if I start here for the people, now so people they fit do me too now. The way you treat one person, it make 10 people they start think that same way. Let me just tell you. But look the way Even when Sikot can announce and say commando the fight under TTA, hear the way commando talk with Field Marshal. Hear the way commando talk with Field Marshal. You listen now? Ground zero fighters, they don't get titles of doctors. They don't get titles of PhD. They don't speak sweet grammar. They are just the lay people. But they get very, very, very high intelligence in solving problems. They get very high knowledge in solving problems. That's why I proposed it. And people go for back, go turn and say they want to do a coup for president. Yeah. People go turn and for back say they want to do a coup for move president. Say they propose Field Marshal. I see how it became so chronic. I say, no. Go back and watch my show. Now, Southern Cameroonians, I will just put in all this. Secretary Chris go be live on Friday. And why you see me making all these talks here today is to learn us to know how to treat each other. Yeah. The war is going on very, very well. The other government, this thing don't have no problem. There's action every day on the ground. There's action every day on the ground. Every day we have actions. And I don't want to say something. I want to just say something here. I don't hear people, some person don't comment for you, say, Prince talk about CARR, talk about trade fair. For trade fair, I don't want. But for CARR, for Nations Cup, I know if you talk nothing. Yeah. For Nations Cup, I know if you talk nothing. Somebody say block Burnley. I leave me go learn. For Nations Cup, I know if you talk nothing about Nations Cup because the president we don't dissolve FACO Security Council. But for trade fair, we just act for back for do our own things. For make sure say that one make it no whole. So we just act for back for make sure say for make things they not hold. But the president we don't dissolve FACO County. I be don't give my advice about how the president will bring actions back to FACO. Yeah. I be don't give my own advice. I be talk say the president for go back, whether they go down here, I say make call the chairman because the chairman of FACO, Mola Edwin, feels so humiliated for the way the president don't treat him. If he never tell you, if he never know, but he feels so humiliated for the way the president treat him in regards to the issues in FACO. He be very, very humiliated. Number two, for the fact say the president not even obey or respect he as a chairman of his own county with the people under he, it make you feel na elder man will put in money for the revolution. I be talk say my president go back, go make amends, learn for push emotions away and let for fight the war with the own. Whether this man vex you or this man not vex you, make it unite everybody back with FACO as it be day. Then talk on them like a president. Say me they help me that can't stop. If the president then do, everybody will come back for FACO. People the way if they make 1-2 calls now, things they go activate back. But why you see everybody spirit be low? It's like saying that the president they look now only cabinet them. So some people don't say, okay, may a cabinet they can't do the job. We don't take quiet. We know they do nothing. Since they put away the corner, if you say that they be your own all and all, you know the respect we for we would they ask what they do. Take that for them they come. It's just like what they talk here. Where Dr. Yaya they move every activist for forum. I don't just say they take the Dr. Yaya may create Facebook. May start come live to can't start to do the live show, make it see as a day. Then for just she done for back day. Then if you say, oh, they don't give time to press secretary, then the one flop for it. I just say they tell you make it create Facebook, make it can online can start to do live show. Then you can understand what it takes, what wisdom you have to use to be able to direct the people. So if the president do all that, FACO will start back. They get many things to do. Even for Momo, they get to do something too like that. Unite everybody. Make it call secret. talk for secret as commando be talk before one die. Make it call secret talk for secret. Make secret tell it commando a last wish. Make it go back for Momo County. Go try say the new people they did honor who they did make they implement that commando wish, because even in commando in dying bed, commando we don't always still remain under this government despite the name. From the audios the way we hear, it shows say commando they want always under the government. Then finally, Southern Cameroon, we as a people, we must continue fighting the war. No. I can't say anything about Nation Cup. I cannot say nothing. I go say to her, I go back. Yeah. So, the only thing I'll tell you all is to focus. Support your county and LGA. For now, I cannot say nothing about FACO. I cannot say nothing about FACO. Nothing. And the Nation Cup to our war is a timely bomb. It's a timely bomb. Because if the Nation Cup play, it go change so much diplomatic stance. Many people don't know, but I will analyze them for year. May the interim government year. If the Nation Cup hold for Victoria, it go change plenty diplomatic stance in regards to our revolution. May the interim government know that. If the Nation Cup is hold for Victoria, it go change plenty diplomatic stance where it favor our revolution. Because the French government go propaganda that Nation Cup games the way they go play with we in every way they get for do for sabotage our revolution. So if the president like time no day, they get a two months have plenty. So if they like they go to sleep, I'll give them example. Say me they see what happen between Eto and the director of delegate general for the presidency. The delegate general where the USA CAF wants suspend Nation Cup because of the killings that will happen for Boya of that small girl. The delegate general fly go meet up CAF president assure saying a lie. And the same time, Eto fees there for Victoria for post and for Instagram say everything they okay. When your house is on fire, you don't sleep. I don't talk since. Say, may they go down. Everybody go down for that high horse where they did for that interim government cabinet. May they come back to the people because now they need the people more. Because if that Nation Cup play, that means say in the history of Southern Cameroon, every man will work under that interim government will go write their name down for this thing. That means say that they push this war to fail. Yes, their name will stand on a very big negative side of the history because that thing will affect with so much, and it can give a very bad name to our fighters. It can give a very bad name to our fighters because what did the enemy try for do now? The enemy the struggle for turn the war maybe in a one-sided war. I want them all to know that. Now what I see me be vexed with what the president can't do over FACO. All we get for struggle. For work so hard on FACO because the enemy, the struggle, made this war turn a one-sided war, made they say the war they only fight now for Northern Zone. I don't talk this thing for you, not be one time. And now when I see me, I vex so much with certain things the way that they happen. The enemy, this fight, it fight with internal enablers for inside Southern Cameroon, made the war be tempo, be a one-sided war, so that with that way, they fit get foreign interventions and foreign military help for wipe out our restoration fighters for Bush. With any way they fit do, and they go cover them say a rebel group. I'd always tell one of this. And they go talk saying a rebel group. Now rebel group will want to destroy the peace of the world. You start saying they don't struggle for turn the image of our fighters into rebel group, Boko Haram, everything terrorists. They don't try and they don't succeed because before you get for make that image clear, you get for give a certain picture, a certain credible picture. You get for give a clear picture, say to true that people, that one side, now the only people they fight. The other side, they know they. So they look for an instance where they go kill Ghost Town. They don't say, you never hear Samuel Eto'o on the talk say Lionel Messi go come. You never hear. Umona they sleep. You never hear say Lionel Messi go de la Republique. You never hear? For put they never hear, may they see the day. As I don't talk since they made the president wake up. Lionel Messi go there Cameroon. He go there La Republique. Lionel Messi will be in La Republique. For those of you who I don't know, I broke the news for you, may you know. For the upcoming Nations Cup, Lionel Messi will be in this. So it's the last battle we are fighting now. That's why I say I don't want to open my mouth and talk, because you go talk for here, people them for like Saudi Cameroon, it's under IG cabinet. You go talk something for here today when I go prepare. Tomorrow, one year the president go just sit down with the kind people, then they just can't move them up. Tell say, oh, that thing doesn't work in Amazonia. They don't go check and say, no, maybe what you're doing is good. So there is nothing we can talk. Everything is on their hands. If we fail, we hold them. That's simple. If they know they need our help, they should go back and do things right. But I don't tell now. Lionel Messi, plenty stars, they go be there. I just say even Ronaldinho go come. Now when I see Etofis the push for become Fecafoot president, because they the one use it, the France one use it, because they don't say we like football. They don't say Saudi Cameroon, the whole, as they call it, one and invisible, they like football. So the upcoming Nation Cup go be a very terrible target. A terrible target. A terrible target to our revolution. Because once these international stars, they go for inside Saudi Cameroon for Victoria, they go post for the Instagram as they watch football as everything they normal. And then it appears everything they talk when there's nothing to change. They go that time the international government will say, but Ronaldinho was there. Lionel Messi was there. We saw these other ones, they were there. That means the war is only on one side. That means these people, not everybody wants the restriction. I'm just giving you the view now. Whereas not be so. Whereas our people go come outside out of excitement. Say they want to see football players. We don't know how we did. Even time we see the Cameroon way, time where we say Etofis or some study around. People know the way they used to be. Now some people they job even for nightclub. People be the wrong go nightclub when they see some player at the camp. So it's the same thing. That day you know go fit control the crowd. Imagine say some people like football, yes, Etofis, Lionel Messi the outside. So what do the interim government has to do? We have to start doing things before the day. That's why I say there is no time. Let them go down from that their high horses and start talking to the people. Start making peace back and amending what they have destroyed. If they want to sit there and pride, history will take their name that they use pride to destroy the revolution. Let them leave that their high horses, keep that there because they have failed. Go and consult the people, work with the people, and try to make ways back because the bomb which is ahead is very dangerous. And then we need Secretary Chris. We need Secretary Chris back on that national TV. We need Secretary Chris. For the fact that they go collect that tools from Secretary Chris was another, and Jesus. Ah, Lord. Yeah. For the fact that they go collect that tool for Secretary Chris, it was really a mess up. It's really a mess up. It's really a mess up. It's really a mess up. The finance said they don't sack, you know. Look, how will you be having such problems now when the Nation Cup is coming? That's why I said they have infiltrated our IG. Just like that, these are two period that this thing is happening. And I see, I don't want to mix my word there. I've been already talking since. I say Iringua's brother and Iringua, they have something they're doing. And you know why? It's because our revolution don't be about money. Our revolution don't be about money. I don't tell now. See the way the revolution they go. It is just a someone already don't take 1 or 2 billion for some side just she done. Then it play the game. Some man just she don't take 1 or 2 billion, he play the game. No, it's not about donate. You can donate for Secretary Chris. We are talking about how to storm the timely bomb through the nation. Because this is 2 tournaments. That you remember the first one that happened, even though we did things, we did not do a good striking. We not strike for let the West system a war zone. That means say, for example, the commissioner of strategies, you see to don't silence now, Willie. Now people that think that will get for the ask question. The commissioner of strategies, why you don't go silent? Anything where Willie can't talk, the president he can't debunk him. Those are questions you need to be you need to ask. What is the president fear? Willie, I just said, for how long now? When I don't hear Willie to talk again, Willie be don't propose ideas then for the president. One, may they go on air, may they test a decrease, say the Victoria Douala Highway, it be close. Anything where they see for that roadway, they come into Amazonia without permission, it go blow off. Me, I don't talk with you, he talk for me things the way they don't propose. But anytime Willie come up, even the man you border, they don't uplift them. Because when he can't talk something, the president not even consult Willie. He not the consult Willie at all. He not the consult Willie. He not the consult Willie at all. He just come up and say, no, there is not this. Just for example, the killing of this Pekin for Victoria, the National Council, the National Self-Defense Council, he agreed say, may they shut down all schools. As Chris come up, can't talk. President Sako go move audio no. President Sako go move audio, counteract them. Say no, there is no school should be shut down. Now one man show with the fight. It's not a one man show. Just imagine, say if this nation come the camp for Victoria and all schools are shut down, they put in ghost town. Might just given a small strategies where it go make even star go fear for camp. You don't need to go mount gun on anything. No. If the Nation Cup they start for 28 February, just start from 10. From now, you start a family, they made they put chop for their houses. Start inform family, say, as they chop Christmas and New Year, may they remember, say, this day, all those they start come out, go back to activists, apologize to activists. Go back to activists, apologize to activists and say, we are sorry for everything we have done. We know we have hurt one another, but we need each other now. As a president, pride is not in you. Look in America. Most presidents don't have pride. They go down to the people. This BR syndrome don't flow for we are hate. Go to the activists, call everybody back, create the forums, talk to people, go to the county. Now should have been a period where you're unifying everybody because it's the last fight. You unite everybody, call your commissioner of strategies. What plan do you think we can take? What do we need to take now? Meetings after meetings of what's supposed to be happening now. Money, people are contributing money. The whole concentration of all Amazonia World Draft, forget about humanitarian or whatever you do. It has to concentrate only on FACO. Everything now had to be only featured on FACO. On FACO. And then you give a time now, it's 2 months before. Within December, you get January, February. You pass an order, no entrance into Amazonia from the borders from henceforth. Anything will happen for them, you sabi, you make your copy, you send it to Human Rights Watch, you send it to Amnesty International, you send it to all the embassies. You said, we are in war, King Bimvodo declared the war. If anything has to come in between the boundaries of Southern Cameroon, that means from Santa and Metazem into Amazonia, anything that happens with it, we are not part of it. Anything that has to cross through the Mongo bridge into Southern, anything that happens, we are not part of it. You leave it there. The fighters are there. Let them be. The cars will be passing, no problem. But when they start sampling 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, we have our phones and our camera. Any motorway pass, they just take a picture. Any motorway pass, they just take a picture. There is sample for any place where you go for inside Southern Cameroon. There is sample for any place where you go. We not go hold them for the border. As you come out Douala, you come, you disobey the law. You go live inside Southern Cameroon. For any backside where you pass, pam, they sample the motor, the bonam. As you go Douala, you come back, pam, any backside where you pass, they sample the motor, the bonam. Economic sabotage activated day or night. You don't get with your camera there for street. They well positioned. You get your youth the way they operate with the camera. Any place where some motor pass where you go Douala, come back, pam, they just snap them. They send them for restoration fighter, they activate burning. Any place some motor just go. The same thing with the one there for Santa, they inform General Okoro, the same thing. As motor pass, pam, you go Bafusam, come back. You activate burning for the team. Tell me, say, before that time, news go don't start enter people their ear now. Driver now go to drive go Douala again. Motor now go to come out Douala, come back. When you activate economic sabotage. That's one individual way of destroying the nation cup. But when you come and talk here, people will not still listen. Since we activate economic sabotage, you know, say the what change? Why we activate economic sabotage? But why fighters, they just be relaxed of not going? Because things are not being handled right. Things are not being handled right. When you can't talk here, oh, they will say, no, you hate the interim government. I ask them, do you know what I fought for this government? Do you know what I fought? Why did we create Watana Wata? Watana Wata came because of this government. Watana Wata. We create Watana Wata to boss this government. And we did it. But who destroyed it? Ma Irene and Uchimba. Who destroyed Watana Wata? It was Ma Irene. We bossed the morals of our government. Every group be jealous. Why are people contacting us today in Watana Wata, telling us they want to talk to us? This one is why are we receiving all calls everywhere today? Because the way they saw the way in this revolution, there has not been no youth movement. We don't boast a government like we are own. We were government, they be in it. But the people in the interim government cabinet are so too proud. They are too full. Only few of them go down. For example, the director of cabinet, Eric Ate, if he gets his own bad fashion, the way I don't hear for back, but when it comes to going down and talking to somebody, if he get view, it is struggle for calm down, can't talk. The vice president, yes. Maybe the ones of health, some of them, but those one, the way they get those position, director of this, especially the woman, them, the mommy, them for inside, they missed it all. They lose it all. So it's now the ball is in the hand of the IG. Etofis, Ringo Best song, all the Cameroon football players are activated. If you don't know now, let me tell you, I'm watching the draft every day. Let me break it to you now. All Cameroon prominent international football players, all have been activated to make sure that the Nation Cup become a success. All. And I bet you, Etofis will win that Feka foot. Even Bonbon Joya don't like Etofis will win it. He will use his influence to invite all his influential friends or football magnates. Now, when you are inviting your friends, now this is it. When you are inviting your friends, the government of that country will back you. The government of that country will definitely want to protect their star. So they'll send into their big security agents, international professional agents, security agents. For example, if Lionel Messi is coming to Southern Cameroon, he will not come and believe in Cameroon military. No, he will come with his own deadly security agents, which will be ready to lay their lives. But now this will be the advantage. The one good advantage of these people coming, which I want them to even come, is that it's going to boost the morale of our revolution if we act. Because these stars don't know how to lie. If one popcorn scatter one moto, Lionel Messi go definitely talk him. You understand? The one good thing about these stars, they don't know how to lie. If one popcorn is scatter one moto, definitely, the star will talk him. He will say, oh, and that's the only one good thing. That means if we plan very well, every action that happens on the ground, definitely the stars will say it. That's the truth. You know, go be say na certificates go can't report. No, because if for example, if Lionel Messi they go for La Republique or the one can watch match for Victoria, medias they go there. Every media on the world go the struggle for capture them. Now, if things have to happen to show that that part is a war zone, the game don't change. It has boosted a revolution. Because such medias covering these things, they carry a huge following too. Not only a huge following of Southern Cameroon like as I have, but a huge following of global and international medias. Now, what I see with some person when they call itself a bison, I don't just watch it. Now, I don't even know as I talk. Now, some man way I used to see sometimes I say they get sense, but sometimes looking say be confused. So you see, I say if the government go down on the hills now, prepare. We stay quiet. You send your warning before time. May they not talk and them and tomorrow say they did not inform them. Send your warning. Send a copy of letter even via email to Fekafoot. Send it to CAF. Send it everywhere. Prepare your fight on the ground. Activate the ghost warriors everywhere. Then make things happen. You make things happen. So these are things which can be done if we are all united. It not be done by one man. I don't talk and I don't talk and I'll keep on talking. And I'll keep on saying it. If they like me, they act. We talk so Nation Cup can pass. So I've said it again. Because this is the last fight we are fighting. That's why I'm very scared when they attack Secretary Chris this period when Nation Cup they come. I'm very scared. I don't always talk and say we are still digging out about Iringwa's brother. We are still digging out. There are many things we are still finding out. But for our president, me I not say hands are tied. Restoration Council na zero. Restoration Council for a revolution or the things will get body. Restoration Council na zero. For the youths, yes, we think something. We start maybe anytime from now. Anytime from now, if we start a classical for see what we do. But this one way they ahead, we need all Ambazonia. We need every Ambazonian from all the 13 counties for put their eye for FACO for this period where they start. You need all Ambazonia. Everything get to stop because they don't choose. They don't change them. They don't choose two places and we get for be ready to for lose lives because people go die. They don't choose two places for play this game and FACO. That's Victoria and Boya. So we get for choose people get fighters that day. We get for lose life. That one not be saying a play, but the game doesn't have to happen. All counties get for be if we get for be say counties they slow on that day. FACO in particular has to be boiling from every minute, every second, every hour. Forget about all because that's where they have chosen for the last fight to play. That's where they have chosen for the last fight to play. So from Meme, everybody, it's now the preparation has to start. Now, everything has to start activating place. The plan has to be on board. Everybody, the activists, it is the job of the president to do it. It's not me. So I'm just proposing this. If they can do it, good. The defense department has to be, the activists have to be there to help them in whatever they want to do. The communications department has to be there. The financial department has to be mobilizing funds. Because it is the last fight. It is the last fight for them trying to tame us as terrorists. Just know that. It is the last fight for them to tame us as terrorists and that the war is being fought in one side. Because if you see, most of the La Republique blacklegs, they are saying that the war is fought only up in the northern zone. And this is why I said it was a great error for the president to destroy FACO County. It was. Anyway, let me leave you all now. I'll be back again, Southern Cameroonians. But don't forget, Secretary Chris will be live on Friday. Maybe too, I will join Secretary Chris on that Friday. Stay blessed, stay safe. And please, don't forget, whatever I've told you here is not only the job of the interim government, it's the job of us all. It's our government. The government is not President Sako. The government is the blood. Now, what I want you to think before I go off is this. I did not come here to make you feel weak, but I came here to make you feel strong. Now, what I want you to let you know is, one, you watching me, we are 200 and almost 60. You watching me, you have a right to play, a role to play. The blood of all those children are on our head. If you remain silent, it will still hold you. The blood of every innocent soul. So don't wait for the president. I heard a very, very nice audio from one comrade calling on his fellow comrades, brothers to join in a particular place to do action somewhere against this Nation Cup. That's what everybody has to do. That's what everybody. Secretary Chris TV page will be up soon. But now this Nation Cup is important. I know he too will be coming to talk about it. El Clasico will be played on Friday. Yeah, I'll get the cash up and everything. We'll start playing El Clasico on Friday to see whatever we can do to support and make sure things are put in place. So I'll call on every YouTube to join. Friday will be here to start our El Clasico back to make things be put in order. Remember, nobody is perfect. The government is not perfect. The leaders are not perfect. But we strive to be perfect. We talk to be perfect. We talk to push each and everyone to be perfect. Now, the only one bad thing is when you talk, people see you as their enemy. But if they could see your words that you talk for people to push them, to push everything to perfection, if they could see your words positively, then we'll easily work together. Remember, I have not ever insulted anyone. Yeah, I think Fridays, I don't know when Secretary Chris will be coming, but maybe before Secretary Chris, so we steam up the floor before Secretary Chris come. Yeah, we steam up the floor before Secretary Chris come. So inform your friends and everyone. We all Amazonian youths, we have to gather up to make sure there is no nation cup. Whatever you wish, you have the power to do it. I will help us all. We all will help ourselves. And the Watana Wata team, everybody is there. All the activists are engaged. Nachop, female general, stateless citizens, everybody is engaged. We all have to come together to make sure we fight this. Yeah. So don't sit and say you're waiting for the IG. Don't sit. You're not waiting for nobody. They are waiting on you too. So we talk so we all can learn. I talk this way because I want you to learn, not for you to be demoralized. No. I talk this way so that you could pick up something positive and realize this is the way we could build up a nation. So whatever happens in Victoria, despite they are the leaders up there, if they fail, we all have failed. Because if they did not do, what did you do? If they did not do, what do? I have my own things I'm already working with. And I'll call on you. I know Watana Wata to all of us where we'll get into serious meetings now to make sure that we put things in place to make sure that no matter what, the blood of the IG, the blood of those who have stood for this revolution will not be mocked at for that nation cup that wants to come and disgrace their souls which they died in Boya and whatever. So we have to activate everywhere. You have to start informing your family, informing your friends back home that no one should get a ticket for that nation cup. No one should buy one ticket. Because anyone that decides to participate in that stuff, that one knows that whether or not he's standing as an enabler against the revolution. And whatever happens again, him or she, he should have herself to be blamed. He or she should have herself to be blamed. So please, we all need to rise. Now is the time. And inform your family to stay home. Even this trade fair coming this week. Everybody should be home. Everybody. Not everything we see on social media. But avoid gatherings from henceforth. Avoid public gatherings from henceforth. Avoid it. Stay home, stay safe. Eat your Christmas, New Year with your family and in your small surroundings. Don't go to public gatherings organized by Cameroon, La Republic government or whatever. Don't go. I repeat, don't go to gatherings. Don't go to places which La Republic will want to use you as a show off. Remember this I'm saying. Tell your family, tell your brothers, tell your young ones back home. Don't go to places which La Republic will want to use you for a show off of peace. Avoid it and protect your life. Stay blessed. We love you all. And Southern Cameroon must be free. Brenda, maybe I didn't see it. My activist phone is actually off. But if I see it, we'll talk. Okay? If I see it, I will definitely respond. Have a great evening.